Good evening, Northland, and welcome to the 39th Annual Christmas City of the North Parade, presented by News 6. This year's parade is brought to you in part by Minnesota Power, St. Luke's, the Miller Hill Mall, S&S Cable Alternatives, and Doherty's Hardware. Now, here's Michelle Lee, Mark Mallory, and George Kessler.
Hello, everybody. Mark Mallory is on his way from our Hilltop studios. He should be with us shortly. I'd like to welcome you all to the 39th Annual Christmas City of the North Parade. I'm Michelle Lee. Of course, this is the first of many Christmas City of the North parades that we will be having here at our new location, the old GE building, which is under construction now to become our new studios here in Duluth. Right now, tonight, we are at the corner of Railroad Street and Lake Avenue. The streets are lined with thousands of people throughout the Northland. A little bit chilly, as George pointed out earlier in the evening, so if you are coming down, you may want to make sure you are dressed for it from the top of your heads down to the tip of your toes. And what better choice to kick off this parade this year is with the Duluth Fire Department. My partner for the evening, George Kessler, is standing by live. George, take it away. Okay, George is having a bit of trouble with his microphone, but we'll be getting back to him in a moment or two. And of course, as we said, the Duluth Fire Department will be kicking off the parade this year. And I have to say, folks, we owe a lot to the Duluth Fire Department, the brave men and women, because they literally saved the day for us about a year ago when we did have the fire on Superior Street, when we had the explosion and fire at our old studios. Of course, you may recall what a devastating event that was. Now, I'm wondering if George is... Okay, George's microphone is still...
You got him. It should be working.
There you go, George. I can hear you.
Oh, I just love this. I'll tell you. Sorry, Michelle. There's one of these incredible technical matters. It's called turning on the microphone. But now that that's been seen to, we're just getting ready to start it. The crowd is feeling rambunctious and slightly cold. And we also have the Duluth #1 fire truck, which is making its way down the parade route. And it's apparently a very popular item because it's been honking and tooting, and we've heard some cheering coming from that. And so we'll be waiting their arrival, which will be the official beginning of the Christmas City of the North parade. And they're having a good time. I think they're allowed to lean on the sirens just a little bit more with the new parade route, which is going to be one of the obvious benefits. Speaking of parade route, I just want to show you, and Don, I don't know if you can get a shot here or not with the lights, but we have a great turnout. A lot of folks who have come on down to see the parade, which is a good thing. It's a little brisk, not terribly brisk, but a little brisk. And people are dressed accordingly. And the best part of all, I mean, this is a Christmas parade, and Christmas in many ways is for the children. And we have tons of them who have turned out. They are waving. Although, wait. I do see a Chihuahua in the front row. So there's a Chihuahua in the front row.
I hope he's wearing a sweater.
I see a police truck coming. I don't think they know they're going to be in the parade here shortly. But all around, Northlanders of every size, shape, and distinction are coming down to enjoy it. And I see a big line of folks who are watching it just all the way up and down the street. Michelle, you sound like you have something to say.
Well, George, earlier you were saying that the parade, of course, is the kickoff to the Christmas season. So is the tree lighting. Now, earlier tonight, Mayor Doty's wife, Marcia, pulled the switch to light the community Christmas tree at the Minnesota Power Plaza. Barbara Riles was there to kick off that ceremony. Let's take another look. Take it away.
And we're looking forward to a great night tonight, a great parade. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday. Enjoy it. This year, I would also challenge you to dig in deeper than you've ever dug in before. There are a number of ways that you can make Christmas happy, not only for yourselves in the holiday season, but for other families as well.
All right, welcome back to the 39th Annual Christmas City of the North Parade. I do want to mention to you folks that the Wheel of Fortune will be on right after the parade this evening, so no need to be concerned if you're a big wheel fan. I know we have a lot of folks out there who are. And Mark Mallory will be joining us shortly. In the meantime, let's go over to George Kessler, where he has this huge fire truck pulled up to the side of the road. George, take it away.
Michelle, yeah, this is one very large, very impressive sort of fire truck. Tell me what we have here. This is the newest rig in Duluth, right?
That's right. It's a 100-foot Pierce aerial. It's about 70,000 pounds. It replaced the Sutphen that we had. Occasionally, we even helped Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. So is St. Nick with you tonight?
Not that we can really admit to, but he is somewhere in the neighborhood. If he's got a few things he needs to get up on the roof, we can put him in the basket and help him on up.
That's pretty good. You said this thing reaches 100 feet?
From the floor or from the ground to the level of the basket is about 104-foot reach.
So that's much higher than, say, a burning television station.
Much higher than the burning television station.
Hey, we want to let you guys go and get the parade started, but and also thanks again for helping us out with our fire.
Thank you.
Have a good parade.
Have a nice holiday.
All right, Michelle, the parade is now officially going, and I can tell you from experience that the horns worked. They scared me just about out of my shoes by leaning on that thing.
It's
We'll
a beautiful piece of equipment, George. Just stunning. That's Tower 1 from the City of Duluth Fire Department. Those of you watching at home should be aware of a big change in this year's parade route. You're seeing the parade moving down Railroad Street just about a block from the deck parking lot, which is where the parade begins. And behind us is where we will be having our new studios now under construction, and we're all looking forward to moving into our new home. That'll be sometime this spring, and of course we're going to let you all know about that. Here now we have the 148th Fighter Wing based near the airport. The 148th provides air defense for the U.S. using F-16 Fighting Falcons, which of course our own Marine Tallarico had the lucky opportunity to fly in this past summer. The unit is commanded by Colonel Timothy J. Kohlsalter, who is here tonight in the parade. And he, along with the entire 148th, would like to wish the entire Northland a happy holiday season and thank everyone for their support. Wow, look at that. I just love this. This float is so great, George.
It is, and that's the business end of an old F4, which
Well,
I think they used to fly up here.
And you've been in the business end of a few of those, too.
Just one or two, but it's a huge amount of fun. It is the aircraft equivalent of a hot rod, except it goes a lot faster. Coming up behind it, we have Wisconsin Indian Head Technical College. See our fine friends who are coming to visit us. See if I can get my frozen fingers to work here. Their float is a depiction of the front yard of Santa's workshop.
Oh no, we're running through
Featuring candy cane fences with gumdrop and peppermint ornaments. The float was designed and built by a variety of students from all of the WITC programs.
And they work hard in their floats every year. This is a project that takes weeks, sometimes months to put together.
Yes, they do work hard, and they have the styling tunes and the great hats. What more could you ask for? We're going to take a little break right now, but when we come back, we'll have more from the annual Christmas City Parade.
There's a skier's revolution. The ski hut's got it now. Ski Hut.
The Ski Hut is on the cutting edge for skiers and snowboarders, offering the revolutionary shaped skis and snowboards. The Ski Hut features the best in outerwear for our unique climate, too. Stay active, stay warm. The revolution is here for skiers and snowboarders.
It's the shape of things to come. Ski Hut.
Start your holiday traditions and get into that holiday spirit at Gordy's. Gordy's has all your holiday needs, including thousands of gifts to choose from. This year you'll find more exclusive collectibles at Gordy's than ever before, like starter sets from Department 56, Snow Babies, Boyd's Bears, Cherished Teddies, Precious Moments, and so many more. So for that special someone, you'll find that special gift at that special place. That's Gordy's in Hermantown, where shopping is fun.
And here is the first high school band of tonight's parade from Duluth East. The band wasn't in the parade last year because of their old uniforms. Well, you can see they have new ones this year. 2 years were spent designing and purchasing these uniforms. They still have a considerable debt to pay to the school district over the next 5 years. The Duluth East Band consists of over 300 members, 3 of whom are a part of the Minnesota All-State Band.
I see some people who might be cold.
Oh, boy.
The pom-pom squad, they were in sweats. These are folks who are probably embarking on a chilly journey up Superior Street in just a few minutes.
East Band has been consistently awarded a superior rating in state regional music contests for more than 20 years. The band is under the direction of Bill Tormanson and Eric Dasher. Dance line advisor is Lou Ann Seifert, and cheerleaders are under the leadership of Pam Nelson. Let's take a listen. This is the largest unit in this year's parade, and those new uniforms are fabulous.
Yeah, they look great. Next up is Mayor Gary Doty of Duluth. The mayor and his family would like to wish the entire Northland a very safe, happy, and warm holiday season. And the mayor appears to be dressed for the part, and his fine wife and children, too. Although I see that they have motorized backup following them. And I'd like to take this time, just right now, to welcome Mark. This is his first parade. And Mark is, how you feeling there, Mark? You cold yet?
Well, you know what? I brought the Kleenex for you guys.
Oh,
so
hey.
I came prepared.
Kleenexes are here, and boy, I'll tell you what, we appreciate those, because on nippy nights like these, there's nothing worse than a runny nose.
Well, yeah,
without
and
Kleenex.
it's the whole chapping issue.
Yeah,
And
you're a little red in the nose, George.
Well, let's not go there. Yeah, it's the whole Rudolph syndrome. I've been out here for 2 hours already.
Well, you have, and you're
Mr.
a trooper.
Warm studio boy.
Well, I had fun back there, but I'm having more fun here. It's exciting to be here.
It's a scream. And one of the things that I'd like to show them is that we have dance lines that come through. And they're one of the best shows in the break, because these people just knock themselves out. This is Stacy's studio of dance education. The dancers are bringing you a gingerbread Christmas. I'm hungry already. Nearly 100 dancers. Oh wait, now they're more than dancers. They're now committing lines of some form of prose or poetry. Anyway, they wish you a wonderful holiday season of enjoyment. So let's watch them, see them strut their stuff.
When do I do that?
And those you see on television right now, those are the future dancers. Look at them wave. They can't wait to join their older brothers and sisters in dancing.
I'm always shocked by just how cute kids are. And this, I mean, the holiday season. What a great time to be a kid.
Oh, sure.
What a great time to be a parent. It's a scream all over again. Their truck has an amazing sound system, just as an aside.
And just coming into view, something very interesting this year, the Great Lakes Aquarium on wheels. The aquarium has worked with over 30,000 school kids since 1991. The actual Great Lakes Aquarium is set to open in the spring of the year 2000. I, for one, can't wait.
Did you know they're going to have a big lake weather section?
Oh, that'll
I've
be
been
nice.
speaking
That
with people over at the Great Lakes Aquarium, and yes, they are going to have a large display on Lake Superior weather, so you don't want to miss that.
Well, we have to point out the costumes were designed and worn by students of Lester Park Elementary, and they, along with the Great Lakes Aquarium, would like to wish you fresh fishes and a Happy New Year. Wow. I think I see a northern and a sea bass. Great, I love them.
I was going to say, yeah, it makes everyone a little hungry, although I'm not sure if you're supposed to say that when it's the aquarium. Am I supposed to say that? Are fish supposed to look tasty at the aquarium?
Well,
I never understand.
As long as you don't jump in and try to catch them.
Oh, well, you know, this is true. Drop a line in. Well, they're fishing a barrel, so to
and
speak.
here comes Snowden. Snowden is the snowman from the Target stores, and this year he's brought 2 new friends with him, Raggedy Ann and Andy. Of course, Target stores have been giving back to their communities for over 30 years in a variety of ways. One of the best known is the Take Charge of Education, which aids local schools. And there's Big Snowden himself.
That's one giant float right there. Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He's got to watch his head going under some of the lines on Superior Street.
Take out some lights.
It's good looking, though. Nice
yeah,
to see that.
Very nice. Wonderful.
And it seems
me in the
appropriate.
mood. Yeah, very Christmassy.
Why don't we take a pause right here? When we come back, we'll have more from the 39th Annual Christmas City of the North Parade.
It's the grandest of them all. Steak Escape is proud to show you their Grand Escape. Take your choice of 7 or 12 inches of grilled steak, fresh onions, green peppers, mushrooms, and tasty provolone cheese. Top it off with your choice of great toppings. All this on fresh white or wheat bread baked daily right here. And best of all, it's available at a great price. 7 inches for $2.99 and 12 inches for $4.99. Find your Grand Escape in the Miller Hill Mall. You can also take a bite out of our Hibbing or Cloquet stores. It's Steak Escape.
Minnesota Power. Sleep well.
Imagine Christmas as a child without the spirit of giving. I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm Mark Mallory. Each year, children right here in the Northland miss out on the joy of the holiday season.
You can help bring the spirit of the holiday season to a needy child by donating a new unwrapped toy to the News 6 Operation Rudolph Toy Drive.
Your generosity will help make the holidays a little brighter for a needy Northland child.
Cash for toy donations can be made at Fitkers, Norwest Banks, Cub Foods, Best Buy, Vision Pro Optical, McDonald's, and News 6 at the Holiday Center.
Whether we're right next door or separated by miles, we're a community. We live here for a reason. And when our busy day is done, we like to get in touch with our friends and neighbors and talk about our day. At News 6, we bring you the day's news, weather, and sports from a perspective you can relate to, a perspective of community. When your day is done, stop by. We'll keep you in touch.
Oh, there's our little Chihuahua. Isn't he cute?
Huh? I dare someone to say, Yo quiero Taco Bell.
He needs a
I
sweater.
Did it. He needs a sweater. Well, it's all right. I think he's being cuddled. I observed this
Wait
Chihuahua.
a minute, let's squeeze George again. What'd you have to say?
No, hey.
Hey, Guido, what?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Hey, you know, I noticed the wind has picked up a little bit.
Yeah, the wind has picked up a little bit. That's going to get, I think, a little offensive to the folks on the sidelines, but they're a hardy crew.
They are, aren't they?
Hey, look who's coming down the street now. It's the Marshall School Band, which is pleased to once again participate in the parade. Marshall's always pretty good about coming by. The band boasts 55 members, 2 of which are in all-state band and 1 in all-state orchestra. So good looks and talent, too. The band is led by Bill Alexander.
And as we learned earlier in the week, they have to put in a lot of time march practice.
Band is not an easy thing. And I'll tell you, band folks are loyal to other band folks. Let's give them a listen, why don't we? Next up, we have Shining Brightly, the float from Minnesota Power. The folks at Minnesota Power would like to wish the entire Northland a bright, slightly noisy, safe, and happy holiday season.
Now, this is the second year we've asked them to light up their floats, and this is just gorgeous.
It looks great. And of course, well, Minnesota Power, they're the people to go to.
Well, let's hope that their electricity is working tonight, huh?
They've had a tough go the last couple of weeks. There have been some very, very tricky storms between the snow and the wind. We have had all kinds of trouble, and the line folks at Minnesota Power have been working hard to make sure that everybody up north keeps the lights on. A lot of the co-ops up there, too, I know, have been hard put to it by the wind and the snow and everything else that we've had. So we just like to say hi and welcome to them.
A beautiful float.
Well, speaking of beautiful, do you see what's coming next? No, I can't say that about Barbara. She'll let it go straight to her head.
Oh, yes, and here
she can hear it. She can hear us, can't you, Barbara?
Yes.
Wait, she can hear me.
News 6's own Barbara Riles. And at least one member of her family, I think I see daughter Ariana.
Steve's in the front, I can see him.
Okay, Barbara has been with News 6 for 19 years, and she currently heads up our I-Team 6, the Northland's only investigative unit. Barbara is riding in a vintage Ford Thunderbird, beautiful T-Bird, provided by Airport Auto, driven by Don Chesney.
Hey, Barbara, how much for the T-Bird? Can you hear me? Oh, but she can't speak to me. Oh, this is my chance to get in some zingers.
Oh, that
I'm only kidding. No, that's not sporting. That is a nice
what a lovely car.
Vehicle.
It was nice to have Barbara and her family here, too.
Oh, always.
Here's a tropical respite.
Thanks to KTCO, who is bringing us a tropical holiday. Those, I can't believe it. Those dirt balls are in a hot tub.
And they're eating something.
They have food and a hot tub. They'd also like to wish everyone a safe and warm holiday season. I'm sure they're warm in that hot tub. Oh, I can't yell.
Look at the steam rolling off those folks. That's amazing.
That is the way to do the parade, right there.
I think you probably get prune fingers by the time the end of the show.
You know what? Those are prune fingers I deal with. For a hot tub ride, I'll deal with them.
Okay, next up, Lakehead Pipeline. Lakehead Pipeline provides much of the petroleum to this region thanks to an underground pipeline system that spans nearly 1,700 miles. Their float this year is a winter wonderland, and we'd like to announce that their float has been awarded the best commercial float of the parade. Our Mark Mallory is standing by to present the award.
Hey, this is Lakehead Pipeline. They're the winners for the first place for the best commercial floats. Here is a trophy. I'm very honored to present it. Who would like to have this? What's your name, sir?
Doug Klein.
And how long did you work on this float?
Oh, it took us about 16 hours.
16 hours. Anybody get paid?
No. Volunteer hours.
Who came up with the idea, and tell us a little about the float?
Well, the idea has been just a combination of a bunch of people, you know, and it's supposed to be an ice skating arena, you know, back in the early days.
And now, who gets the trophy? That's the $1 million question.
That'll go into the company. That'll go be displayed at their company office.
Well, congratulations again. Thank you.
A man in line for promotion.
In the warm place.
All right.
Ah, good.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
It's beginning to feel the season out there. Hey, I don't know if you can get a picture of this or not, but there is a remarkable sleigh with a lit-up reindeer, and I don't know if it's going to be possible to see or not, but it's just a great thing right there on the front of the vehicle. Oh, it's right up there at the front. Hey, Chris Hussey, if you can turn around and get a shot of it as it goes away. Sorry about that.
Oh, there it is. It's beautiful.
Isn't that sweet? That's just the slickest thing. Should I unlock the door and let Mark in? I guess I should.
Oh, sure. That was best commercial float,
and I
folks,
can see why.
The Lakehead Pipeline Company.
I can see why. That was really nice. And as it goes up the street when it's lit, it looks nice.
Coming into view now is the Duluth Central High School Band, led by director Charles Leapfried. The band has about 120 members. I believe most of them are here tonight. Sure looks like it. They have students in the All-State Band this year. Let's take a listen.
Don't hit me. He's here. He's got the smell of Mark. Wait, we have Santa coming up.
Central Marching Band, and there is the director.
Indeed, and Central's marching band has learned how to deal with the cold of the Christmas City of the North Parade through special outdoor practices. Our Corrine Winter shows us how band members and others get ready for this toughest event.
Strike up the band. And that they did as some local students marched to the beat of their own drums as they put the finishing touches on their tunes for the Christmas City of the North Parade.
It's been tough, you know, in the mornings getting kids here and everything, but they've been pretty good about it, getting here on time to rehearse, and we're just about ready.
And the weather will be chilly, but these artists don't seem to mind. They say they'll be too busy rocking to Jingle Bell Jam to even remember the low temps.
No, it's not that bad. It's just cold. Yeah, it's especially when the instrument freezes up. Oh, that's bad.
But you just keep playing and do your best. But they can't do it without the help of some warm winter gear.
Well, I'll be wearing this hat that I have on under my under our band helmet.
Lots of layers, long underwear.
Definitely going to wear polypropylene underwear, and I'll be wearing probably a couple long sleeve shirts.
Turtlenecks, the headbands, hats, gloves, choppers.
Okay, we get the picture. These students are busy preparing for the big day, but they're not the only Northlanders getting ready. One woman is working on a special dream float for her kids.
This is an area where I'm going to have to think of something. It's going to be an igloo, and approximately 14 children from the age of 6 months to 15 years old all dressed like Snow Baby. And they're all so excited about being on the float and waving and being a part of the Christmas City of the North Parade.
Santa's little helpers are also excited. They've put in almost 100 hours of work to make Santa's workshop shine.
Just the way we've configured the lights, and we're going to have people in elf hats like the one I have on right now, and green sweatshirts.
Lights, elves, winter wonderland. It's all a part of the holiday spirit and the Christmas City of the North Parade. In Duluth, Corrine Winter, News 6.
Fishing line.
Story 8. By the way, gang, I think I need a tissue. We'll get that after this break, so stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Dear Santa, all I want is to be able to shop at a nice store with knowledgeable, friendly people. A store that has wonderful gift ideas like housewares, hardware, appliances, toys, TVs, and stereos. A store with national buying power to keep prices low and quality high, where I make no payments and pay no interest for 6 months. A store with all of this into sales, too. Happy holidays, Timmy.
Okay, it's time to go. Let's make some holiday magic. The dog ate my homework. That excuse won't wash anymore. If you need help with your homework, check out the Channel 6 Homework homepage. Our interactive links can help you with project research and those tough homework questions. And open the door to a virtual encyclopedia of facts and figures. Plus, you'll find a link to the Pepsi World site, where you'll find highlights from the latest concerts, movies, and promotions. Homework and fun. Find them both on the Channel 6 Homework homepage. See you there. Brought to you by your local Pepsi bottler and Channel 6.
Welcome back. Now here's Michelle, Mark, and George.
Wonderful city, all dressed up.
Hey, folks, just wanted to tell you, while we were in the break, we had our first royalty of the parade go by. It was 11-year-old Stacy Leffering, and she is Miss Minnesota America preteen. Stacy will soon be on her way representing Minnesota in the national competition in Orlando.
All right, and right now you're seeing Pioneer Bank. The staff at Pioneer would like to wish the entire Northland community a happy holiday season. They sure have a nice float, don't they, George?
It's a fine float.
Beautiful.
Very global. I like that.
A lot of work went into that one.
Yeah, a lot did.
Into all of them.
And you know, and it's because it's the whole TV thing, we have the lights on here, but these floats are all lit up. And so as they go down Superior Street, they just look gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the crowd is still there. Uh-oh, this is
something's coming, folks.
This is one of my favorites.
Okay. Yeah, and here is a favorite.
You bet. And we want to mention, there they are. There they are. We want to mention to the people who might be concerned about the McCoy septuplets, the story that's going to be on Dateline tonight. We are going to be excerpting it, putting parts of it on our 10 o'clock show tonight and our 10 o'clock show tomorrow. Right. So you won't be missing much of that story.
You won't be missing it, so don't be worried.
In the meantime,
here's the Duluth School Patrol. With more than 300 kids, the patrol has helped keep Duluth students safe on the streets since 1928. The School Patrol has received honors from the Minnesota Safety Council for their performance and safety record, and these kids will tough it out in any kind of weather. And they also, folks, they love the camera, too.
Oh, this is one of my favorite bunches every year.
I know.
It gets bigger and bigger.
They're gung-ho, too. That's the best part about these kids. I see them sometimes on my way into work. Believe me, you do not mess with the kids with the flags.
No, and they do such a good job, too. They're very safety conscious, and, boy, they handle their jobs quite well.
And, you know, and it's just great to have them. Because you're right, it teaches them responsibility, and there's just a great bunch of kids. I hear music in the distance.
Oh, I see some sleepy characters. Look at that, all bundled up.
Oh,
boy.
It's like that movie. You can't move. I think that's Mom.
He's wide awake, though, huh?
All right.
Coming
into view right now is the Renshaw High School Band. The band is 75 members strong and is directed by Jennifer Osborne. The band has received a Superior Star rating in both district and state competitions for the past, get this, the past 9 years. Tonight they'll play Frosty the Snowman for us.
Chip this in, if I may. The very first parade viewers that we had down here was a mother and 2 younger siblings, a boy and a girl, from Renshaw, because one of the flute players in the back row is their brother, or is their sister, and her daughter. And so I just want to say, there's loyalty. They're down here 2 hours in the cold. All right, the next float is called the Duluth News Tribune Bridging the Northland, and features a scene right out of the Duluth Harbor, complete with a miniature aerial lift bridge and oarboat. Actually, it looks like the High Bridge to me. But anyway, the Duluth News Tribune is a regional newspaper and information company serving northeastern Minnesota, and may I say that every last one of my neighbors works for them. And so I say hi to Chris Casey and Paul Adams and Leanne.
Beautiful job.
To maintain neighborhood tranquility. Isn't that a gorgeous float?
I love the oarboat.
I like the oarboat, too. You got to be careful. Somebody's going to hork that oarboat for that hot tub.
Ooh.
Hey, there's some familiar faces.
You bet. Riding along in a sporty convertible, our very own News 6 Sunrise Morning team, Jason Rice and meteorologist Keith Marler. This is Keith's first parade. How do you like this weather, guys?
Keith's got his Spock ears on.
Are you kind of cold? We can't hear you, so don't even answer.
Oh yeah.
We're having a good time out here. This is Keith.
Definitely.
Keith's first Christmas City of the North parade here in the Northland. We're welcoming aboard with a crisp evening.
At least it is not drizzling on top of us. That could have posed some problems, I think, for a lot of us out here. But our butts are warm riding on the top of the car.
Yes, that's one advantage. Yes. The hood on this 58 Impala stays mighty warm. Anyway, since we can't hear you, we hope you're having fun.
Yep.
Michelle, Mark, George, have a great time up there. See you when we get back in.
All right, thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
I want to say that the other person riding on there is Jody Grayson, who is the morning producer.
That's
who
right.
works so hard to make Jason look good.
And you emphasize the word hard there.
Well, it's a hard job, believe me. If you had to be at work at 3 o'clock in the morning, Jody deserves a little credit.
That's a beautiful machine there. Look at that car.
It's a gorgeous machine, and apparently the owner's sitting in there, and that's all right.
They're not denting anything,
But
folks. They're not doing any
this
damage.
This is fine American sheet metal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is a 58 Impala.
The good old days, George.
It's going to take more than Keith to dent the hood.
All right, this next group has won many, many honors, but say their favorite performance is right here at the Christmas City of the North Parade.
They all say that.
Well, they mean it.
I know. That's right, Michelle. The Joyce Torben dancers have participated in the Christmas City of the North Parade since it began in 1939. The students are wearing Santa hats with a crown of holly and are 1959. Yeah, that would have been alarming. 1939. Nothing
The
could have.
same group.
Anyway, it's a holly jolly Christmas. There's me and my reading problems. Anyway, it's deck the halls with boughs of holly.
The dancers would like to wish one and all a very Merry Christmas and the happiest New Year ever. Let's just sit back and watch them do their thing. They're a very talented group of kids. Some high kicking from the Joyce Torvin dancers, and boy, every year they just get bigger and better, a bigger and better group. You know, local families have enjoyed KBJR's Christmas City of the North Parade for nearly 4 decades. Tonight, our Kim Kaiser looks back at our long-standing holiday tradition.
Duluth Jets gymnastic team coached by Joyce Torvin. Boy, they're here every year.
Joyce Torvin's dancers have been performing in the Christmas City of the North Parade so many years, she's lost count. She says the parade gets better every year.
Where else but Duluth, Minnesota could you see something like this?
Everyone each year perhaps tries to improve or do something different. And in the beginning, I think it was just people marching down, and that was it. And now they're just waving, and they're doing all kinds of things.
But as the look of the parade has changed over the years, one thing remains a constant: the theme song.
Christmas City, wonderful city.
Merv Griffin recorded Christmas City just for our parade, which has survived 39 Northland winters.
Live from downtown Duluth.
The only year the show didn't go on was 1963. Busloads of Northlanders had come to Duluth only to be met with sad news. The death of President Kennedy had canceled the parade.
The doors would open and the students would get out, and they were all enthused because there was going to be a parade and something different. And then we'd tell them that the president was killed, and for some it just took a while to sink in, and many of them would start to cry.
Kids today feel the same attachment to the winter fun.
Just love it. When we finish the parade and the moms and dads are picking them up, they say, well, can't we do it again?
Oh, and there's one more thing that hasn't changed for marchers over the years.
It's cold, and it hurts your eyes sometimes. And then your hands get cold from, like, having to play your instrument.
And this year's parade is definitely keeping that frosty tradition. Kim Kaiser, News 6.
All right, folks, we're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. There's our youngest viewer. We'll see you in a bit.
Oh.
Shoppers, it is time to get paid. With the Mall VIP Visa card. Shop with it at our place, and you'll get 2% back in Mall VIP dollars. Shop with it everywhere else Visa's accepted. You'll get 1% back in Mall VIP dollars. Then spend those Mall VIP dollars at our stores and restaurants. Get the credit card that makes shopping pay. Get the Mall VIP Visa card.
Dish Network is now offering the best dish deal ever. Purchase a complete digital satellite TV system starting at $149 and receive $40 off America's top 40 programming package. That's 2 months free. And Dish Network will also give you a free self-installation kit or a professional installation for only $99. Dish Network, nothing else compares. Hurry to S&S Cable Alternative in Cloquet.
When the weather outside is frightful, you can depend on ICO for fuel, convenience, and gas.
It's ICO, ICO, ICO. And when I know my house is toasty and warm,
We don't mind going out in the snow. ICO people care for all of the North when they're there. So think of your friends at ICO. ICO, ICO, ICO.
Hi, I'm Tom Hansen. The big matchup is here, the Packers versus the Vikings, and you can catch it Sunday right here on News 6.
Welcome back to the 1998 Christmas City of the North Parade.
Now,
this is about our 39th year.
Yeah, it feels like it's
not ours personally. Of
I was going to
course.
say, now, we have Mark here who is the new guy who is shivering
I'm starting to get the shivers.
I feel
Is that
badly.
normal?
Absolutely.
Of course
You were
it's normal.
mocking me in the commercial break.
I was not mocking you. I was merely pointing out that you were the new guy, and you had doubted that it could get colder at certain times.
But I tell you what, these floats make up for it. Though,
It's
don't
great.
they? It's
And
wonderful.
Also,
this is a
since
blast.
Michelle and I got here first, there's a little foot heater down here.
Yeah, I was wondering where the
We
heat
cranked
is.
it up. We
You know,
cranked it up.
The boss said he had something down there, but I think
Yeah,
it's
it's over
over
in
by
front of us.
Michelle.
You're like the new guy. We're still breaking you in.
Yeah, it's the fingers that get a little cold.
Yeah, fingers to go.
Yeah, you know.
just a little bit.
I've been swilling on this hot cocoa, which is pretty good, I have to say.
Hey, it's time now for another float.
That's right.
St. Luke's Hospital and Regional Trauma Center is lighting the way to a happy holiday with this beautiful float featuring 5 lighthouses. The beacons of light that guide the travelers to Christmas Island represent the St. Luke's family of healthcare clinics. The entire St. Luke's family wishes you a safe, healthy, and very happy holiday. Wonderful. Oh, they got somebody rowing up there.
They have, even the dinghy has been manned.
That's how you keep warm, George, right there. You grab an oar.
Yes, you do. And I want you to know that I'm not mocking you, that my fingertips are indeed frozen, and my toes I cannot feel anymore. It's just, it's all right. It's part of the parade.
That's
a little
right.
chilly.
That's right.
It's the feel of the season.
Do you notice the lighthouses are blinking on and off?
Oh, you're right,
Yeah,
you
it's
do.
beautiful.
With those floods that we have there in the intersection, sometimes you don't notice that. Again, all of these floats are lit. This is, I think, the second year that we required all floats to be lit. Okay. Marching up the street now under the direction of James Erickson. We're finishing off the big Duluth schools. This is Denfeld, accompanied by the cheerleaders and dance line. They're wearing new uniforms. That's it, brand new, purchased with the help of their alumni, and would like to thank everyone who helped them with their fundraising efforts. This spring, they will travel to Branson, Missouri to participate in a music festival, and we wish them the very best there. We've already seen Central and East, and now it's Denfeld's turn. And unless I'm mistaken, they're playing Jingle Bells, which we'll probably be able to hear better here in a second. have to comment that Denfeld has a very serious band. There's a lot of members to that band. To be precise, I just did a quick count, 180 members. All right, I'm lying.
That was quick.
Some person in my ear told me. Some very kind person who's also my boss. I'm ingratiating myself for the holiday season. How's it working?
It's working. I guess the jury might still be out, but it seems
That's
to be
all right.
it's
The holiday
working.
season is still short. There's plenty of time left for ingratiation before Christmas.
Well, here,
This is one of your
folks,
favorites,
you
Michelle.
bet. This float is really a hog wild deal. Hog wild over the holidays. It's the Harley-Davidson Sports Center employees, members of the Duluth Harley Owners Group, Ramblin' Roses, and all the motorcycle enthusiasts out there. They'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday and say a special thanks to Jeff Foster of Foster Trucking for donating and driving their float. All right.
Hey, gang, I like this job. This is fun.
Yeah, Mark gets all the fun jobs this year. He gets to get up and close personal with those
you get to
Harleys.
talk to the giant pig driving the motorcycle.
I'm not handing out any cash or anything, but at least I can hand these beautiful trophies out. Isn't this nice?
Oh, it's lovely.
Here we go. Let's pass it out. Harley-Davidson, best of show. Yes. Who would like the trophy? Here you go. Congratulations.
Pardon?
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. This is the second time now. Two-time winner.
How long did it take you to put this float together? You got some expensive machinery out here, too.
Oh, yes, we do. We worked on it all day yesterday and today and last night. So we were like busy.
Busy little
I'd
hogs.
say you've got a few $1,000s up on this trailer, don't you think?
Probably about 20, 40, almost $100,000, I'd say.
That's pretty incredible. I'm telling you, this is a wonderful float. Can I come on? Well, I don't think that Michelle and George would like that.
Yeah, we're about to lose Mark.
Oh, they want me to come on.
He's about to
No,
embark
you're
on
going to
a
have to come
career
back
of
here and
motorcycle
finish
theft.
the parade with
Congratulations
us.
again. Okay, back to you guys.
All right. Best of show.
And you can see why.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times in the past, they've given us a huge Harley roar. I haven't heard one yet. I don't know if they haven't fired up this year or not.
There you go. Jeff Foster's
Jeff
filling
Foster's
in for
leaning
us.
on the horn.
They must be listening on the radio
I
to
wonder
us.
if they are. Boy, you know,
Yeah,
that
there you
cab,
go.
those cabs get bigger and bigger every year. That looks pretty
Very
comfortable.
fancy.
And you're right. Those are some very sweet bikes they have up there.
Yep.
Best of show. Now, open our little door and let Mark in.
There we go. Coming into view right now is the Navy Junior ROTC marching in with the national and school flags.
The Secondary Technical Center's NJROTC has 115 students. The students are learning about subjects like history, astronomy, oceanography, and even, yes, meteorology, which is, I've had many conversations with some of their commanders, the Naval ROTC people, about meteorology and some of the interesting effects. And of course, the military's always been a fine place to find a career if you're a meteorologist. Just in case you wanted to know that, Michelle.
That's great.
Not that we're trying to get rid of you or
and I
force a
think,
career change.
I think all the members are here tonight, too.
They are. It's a great turnout, you know. And this is not to start a fight, because in reality, my family mostly served in the Army and Air Force, but Navy's got very nice uniforms.
Some spit polish on their shoes, too. They worked hard to look nice tonight.
And yes, and they are brandishing large pieces of cutlery. I think they pass those out to the Marines, too. I have a friend in the Marines, so don't mess with them. Of course we're going to say nice things.
Okay, up next, another float coming our way. And here is the Christmas According to Scrooge. Now, this float actually represents a presentation which will be given by the Hermantown Community Church on December 18th through the 20th. Now, the show is an adaptation of the classic story A Christmas Carol, and the church promises it to be filled with song, dance, and fun for the whole family. There it is. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
They do a fabulous job, and their productions are very thorough. I used to live
outstanding.
Right across the street from them, and you can hear them practicing. They work hard, and they have a fog generator, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Look at how big Scrooge is. That's one big person.
I'm hoping Scrooge is on stilts. Hey, listen, we're going to take a little break right now, but when we come back, I can already see a band on the horizon.
Wow.
Look at that.
This is really, this is perfect.
Look at that. That is great. I wonder where she found it.
Look what she got me. I've always wanted one of these.
Oh, where have you ever even seen one of those before?
Well, I don't know.
I've never even thought of buying something like that.
Duluth's downtown waterfront, with over 150 specialty stores and 60,000 special items. Your gifts will be the ones they talk about.
Wow.
I love getting gifts from her.
What do you think of News 6 at 10?
There's nothing like it around.
Your neighbors agree. The expanded News 6 at 10 gives you the top news, weather, and sports in the first 10 minutes, followed by coverage of stories in touch with what matters to you.
I just really like that Michelle Lee. She's experienced and it shows, and I like the fact that she's a member of our community.
And Mark Mallory is a really nice addition to the group.
It's just not the typical news coverage. It really gets in deep on the hometown issues.
Your neighbors agree. More news is good news. Welcome back. Now here's Michelle, Mark, and George.
Here comes the Tartan High School Marching Band.
We get some new cut shots now that we're downtown. We got some great new things to look at.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. You were saying
the band has played all over the United States and Canada. Recently, the band played in Florida. I bet you they're wishing they were there tonight. It's a little nippy here. They also played at Gopher football games at the Metrodome. This year, the band is planning a trip to the San Francisco Jazz Fest, which will include a day trip to go whale watching. Now, that sounds like our cup of tea.
Yes, it does.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's take a listen.
Titans have earned their keep.
Oh, yes. It's always a pleasure to have them here with us each year.
Next up is Lots for Tots, a children's resale clothing store. They have a beautiful float themed in white with plenty of snow, go guys, and light and a nice rosy-cheeked contrast. There are some cool little folks on there. Lots for Tots wants to help remind you of all the wonder of a child's Christmas.
Boy, they look really cozy in there, don't they?
They do.
They don't look
cozy.
cold at all. Look at that.
I see some pretty rosified cheeks there.
Yeah, do you think that's rouge or you think that's the weather?
I'm hoping. Oh, did you see a little one?
Oh.
Now there is one little tiny tot. And they have an igloo in the back. I'm hoping that's not a real person inside the igloo. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure. Oh, look.
There you go. Oh, my goodness.
Those little faces are so sweet.
Yeah, just precious.
And it's so funny because you get them into those suits and they look like a sea turtle on the floor because they can't move around. I'm just sharing a little personal story.
You know, I hear some barking.
Oh.
Well, no wonder. Look out, Rudolph. This sled dog team is born to pull. This,
Look out,
of
Chihuahua.
course. Yeah, really. I bet Chihuahua, folks. This, of course, is the John Bear Grease Sled Dog Marathon. The team of dogs are pulling the Black Magic dog truck and are owned by Mark and Mary Black. The volunteers walking alongside are honoring the nearly 2,000 volunteers, 2,000, who help with the Bear Grease every year.
Look at this, they're having them pull the truck.
That takes a lot of doing right there, wouldn't you say, George?
It does. Those are well-trained dogs. I got to figure out how to get my cat to do that.
I think you're going to be in trouble if you try it with your cat.
Yeah, my cat's basically just fat and lazy. These are hard-working dogs. I need to show them like inspirational dog
truly,
videos.
they are born to pull. I mean, they enjoy doing that.
Well, you've seen there's a commercial on TV that shows a couple of puppies pulling a little kid on a sled. Well, 80 members strong. Here comes the Proctor High School Marching Band. They are led by Gary Westendorf. The pet band members of Proctor are also sporting new jackets this year. And I will say that our photographer out there who has been bravely manning the bands is our own Chris Hussey, who went to Proctor High School. Oh, and you know what? I've been told that he actually has relatives in the group, which is true. Chris comes from a large and prolific Proctor family. They're up there around Caribou Lake, and I'm not sure which ones. It might be his sister's kids are in this band already, and I'm willing to bet that it's Bill and Beanie's kids. And as an entirely useless piece of trivia, Bill used to work at News 6. It's all in the family.
Trying to find him right now. Where's Nicole and Sarah?
Oh, there, I can hear Chris Hussey out there who's busily looking for his niece and nephew. With the Proctor Band, it's just nice because I think a lot of folks grew up in smaller towns. I know I did. And it's just good to see things like this. It's fun. Kids have a great time. These are the same colors, more boring personal trivia. Same colors of my wife's junior high school. In case you cared.
Extremely interesting, George.
Robert E. Ayler Middle School.
You dazzle us with your knowledge.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey, look, I'm working here.
I love the warm-up suits. They are dressed for it tonight.
Yeah, they are. In fact, you know, the Titans who came by, I think I saw some people there with bare legs, and that's got to get grim after a while.
That's tough.
It is, but
and
they're young.
This is a long parade route, too.
It is a long parade route, but we have to remember these people are not past, shall we say, their 30th birthday, so they might not feel the cold as much as some other folks who shall be nameless.
Oh, I think we found one of Chris's relatives.
Is it? I don't think so. Although maybe, man, they grow so fast. It's been a little while since I visited his family. Let's give him a listen.
Well, that sounded wonderful, didn't it, gang?
Oh, it did.
Well, coming up now, a tradition every year here in the Christmas City, Arco Coffee. This huge coffee pot could probably keep all the crowd warm out here. We can get a shot. Look at that thing.
It's constantly pouring.
And the float is being pulled by a vintage Hump-mobile.
Which is cool. And unless I'm mistaken, I think those are vintage Vespas that are orbiting it.
I think you're right.
You are correct. And I question the top down, George. It's got to be a little chilly.
But there's a rumble seat.
That rumble seat is nice.
And if you have a rumble seat, I think you have to ride in it. It's one of those, it's mandatory. If blizzard, you got to ride in the rumble seat.
That's right.
And every year I have to ask, how do you suppose they keep that coffee going like that?
We don't want to ruin it for them.
Oh, don't ruin it for me.
No trade secrets.
No,
No trade
okay.
secret. I'm too busy staring at the Vespas. Those are just
Yeah,
neat.
they're probably about as costly as those Harleys we saw. There's not too many
You'd
Vespas
be
around anymore.
surprised. Yeah, those things, because I haven't seen one in a long time. And frankly, I mean, given our climate, not really practical transportation around here.
Here comes Mrs. Santa. Santa's wife is here with the Port of Duluth Kiwanis Club promoting their Kiwanis breakfast. Santa will be here too, and every child who comes to see the Clauses during the breakfast receive a free book courtesy of the Reading is Fundamental organization, RIF. The Kiwanis clubs of northern Minnesota and Wisconsin have given out over 5,000 books to Head Start children. Mrs. Claus looks very Clausial this year.
Yes, she does. But yeah, she has a little assistant
Who's
there
that
too.
little lucky elf, do you suppose?
It's a future elf. I don't know, but there's somebody who's got an in with the
elf
man in red.
training.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's always important to have those ins come Christmas time, you know, because the whole naughty or nice thing is so subjective.
Here's one of George's favorite events.
That's right. It's Mark All's Majorettes down from Thunder Bay. And the TV people, they are fabulous. Oh, here, they're doing that whole flaming jump rope routine.
Oh, my goodness.
They do this. They do this every year. It's so
Do
cool.
not try this at home.
Yeah, do not
we
try
have to
this
say
at home.
this every year.
They're professionals who are playing with fire. But it's amazing. Now here they come to put it out. You see the person on the end gets a little nervous. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I'd want his job.
Yeah, I know. After the station fire, I suddenly have a great deal more sympathy for them. But it's nice because we have a lot of folks who watch from up in Thunder Bay, and it's a nice town. Oh, and I want to say hi to my weather watcher from Thunder Bay, Jill Mayfield, who's good enough to call in. They, of course, have plenty of snow, so I will say that they're a bunch of show-offs. They come down here to the States. We just don't quite have the snow yet, but we're working on it. It's the festive Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Yes, and they have their Maple Leaf Canada coats on, too, the mums.
Keep watching. We'll be right back.
Christmas City, wonderful city.
Stay healthy by eating healthy foods. Go to sleep and brush your teeth. Eat fruit. Floss. Do some yoga. Drinking milk. And talk about cheese. Broccoli. Apples, carrots. Carrots. Potatoes. And macaroni and cheese.
We're back. It's the festive Vikings fans around here.
Getting ready for the big weekend.
It's a very big weekend, and I know that we have Packer backers in the audience as well, and why we even have a Duluth police truck to help in maintain the peace between the Packer and the Vikings fans. Up next, whether you're young or old, speed skating is a sport you can enjoy. I will attest to that. And here to show us that is the Duluth Speed Skating Club. They are led by Andre. Okay, here we go. Zhuikov.
There you
He was
go.
formerly from Russia. Andre was also a member of the Russian world team and headed a skating school in Russia. So Andre, welcome. Under his direction, 6 members of the Duluth school have been able to advance to national competition. We take pride in our speed skaters up here. You can find the team skating at this year at Chester Bowl.
And here's some more royalty. Miss Floodwood, Ashley Clark. She's 14 years old and attends Floodwood High School, where she's very active. Riding with her are Aaron Arfman and Brandy Nelson. Miss Floodwood would like to invite you all to visit Floodwood throughout the year to sample the fine fairs and festivals. All 3 girls extend their warmest holiday wishes to all of us.
And this is my opportunity to say a big thank you to Jan Fagry, weather watcher from Floodwood.
Okay, up next is the Northwestern High School Band. The Marching Tigers are 81 members strong and led by Michael Hinsman. The Northwestern dance line is led by Sue Wisner. And the band has won a superior rating at Wisconsin's marching band competition every year since 1995. Northwestern's winter concert is set for December 7th with a jazz concert December 12th. Let's take a listen, shall we?
And here's Maurice's. They're ready to welcome the winter season with the latest fashions. All these great-looking clothes are being shown off by hometown models. The staff at the local Maurice's stores wish you and yours peace this holiday season.
And Maurice's is one of our float winners this year.
Mark is tossing out the hardware. And they've won something for being like the coolest fashion float. Oh, best illuminated. That's
there
what I
we
meant
go.
to say.
Yes.
That's my other way of saying. That is a nice float.
Mm-hmm.
It was a delicate use of lights
And
that
a
clinched
beautiful
it for them.
angel.
And a beautiful angel.
That's what
the judges
our
like
judges.
that. Up next is Miss Tower Sudan and her princesses.
This year's queen is Annie Jacobson. First princess is Jill Werma. And tied for second princesses are Angie Morley and Annie Navala. All four of the girls and their driver, Nate Dastert, Tower Sudan's homecoming queen, wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Here come our friends from WDSC. I believe that is Bluther and Razzleberry, unless I'm utterly mistaken, riding in some fine Mopar hardware there. And they've become our very close friends since we've been living with them cheek by jowl, as they say, ever since our fire. Oh, wait, here comes the balloon people. You can hear them in the background.
The bright flame you see is courtesy of Remax Real Estate. Remax has offices in Duluth, Superior, and Cloquet. Plus, they sponsor a home show right here on News 6 every Sunday morning. Twin Ports Remax would like to extend a warm holiday greeting and wish you all the best in the coming new year. And that's a hot flame.
I always like that one. It just warms you up a little bit as they go by.
Now marching into view, the Grantsburg, Wisconsin band, consisting of 60 enthusiastic members. They perform throughout the summer months. The band has won numerous trophies and enjoys performing for crowds in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. This is their 23rd year participating in the Christmas City of the North Parade, and they say it's one of their favorites. Let's hear how they sound this year.
It was a close race.
It's been a neck-and-neck horse race throughout the night.
But when the final total was taken,
there it is right there, the projected winner, Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura.
There was only one clear winner.
I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm Mark Mallory. Thanks for joining us this election night.
For coverage in touch with the Northland, turn to the one team you trust. The one team that stays on top of the news. News 6.
Back to you, Mark and Michelle.
In the 30 years that Scott and I have worked in law enforcement, we've probably seen everything.
You know, the one thing they were pleased with is a low youth crime rate in our area. And a lot of that is due to the United Way contributions and the programs that are funded by the United Way. After a year of study and donor input, United Way has decided that youth development and basic needs for families are two of their priorities.
And the programs Scott mentioned are only made possible because of the conscious decision you have made to contribute to the United Way.
Welcome back to the Christmas City of the North Parade, folks. It is a wonderful, clear night here in Duluth. And there we are. We are looking at some of the people lining the streets of Duluth for one of the best shows around.
They're all bundled up nicely, aren't they, Michelle?
And rightfully so. It's a little bit chilly, but you know, once you dress in the layers, it's not too bad. What do you think?
It's not too bad, yeah. I'm starting to get used to it, so.
Okay, coming into view right now, Give the Gift of Love. That's the theme of our next float. For more than 77 years, Duluth's Afton Row Home has provided the gift of love for 65 very special people. Afton Row is an intermediate nursing facility that provides 24-hour nursing, private rooms, great dining, daily activities, worship services, a beauty, barber shop, and much more. Give the gift of love this holiday season by touring, living, or volunteering at Afton Row. The gift of love. A beautiful Christmas package opening up. And, of course, here's Rudolph. That means it's time to talk briefly about Operation Rudolph. Operation Rudolph is the annual holiday toy drive brought to you by News 6. Simply drop off a new unwrapped toy at any number of locations throughout the Northland and help make a needy child's Christmas a little brighter. All the toys will be distributed in the area where they are dropped off. With Rudolph is Salvation Army Major James Fry. Mark Mallory is down on the street. Mark Mallory is down on the street, and he's going to talk with Major James Fry to find out about the Salvation Army's efforts this year. Mark.
Hey, Michelle. Major, a wonderful time of year, but also a critical time.
Yeah, in fact, Rudolph here is helping this year with Operation Rudolph, and we're going to be collecting toys, and the Salvation Army, along with Operation Rudolph, will help about 4,000 kids in the Northland area here. And so if folks can help out and help Rudolph out and help the Salvation Army help those in need, what a great opportunity we have.
How big of a need is it in the Northland this year?
Well, again, there will probably be between 4,000 to 6,000 kids that will receive toys at Christmas time that have found themselves without toys because of situations beyond their control or financial constraints. And so, again, a great community we have here. I know they're going to reach out and help kids in need at Christmas time.
Okay, thank you, sir, and good luck this season. Michelle, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. And we'd like to remind everyone who would like to donate a toy to Operation Rudolph, a very worthy cause, that you could drop them off starting this weekend at the Holiday Center Mall in downtown Duluth. As a result of our fire, it's obvious we cannot let you drop them off at the old station, so we're asking that you take a detour and visit the Holiday Center Mall in downtown Duluth. As well as all of these fine sponsors, from Cub Foods to Fitkers, Best Buy, Norwest, Vision Pro, and McDonald's at the Holiday Center, folks. That's where you can drop those toys off. Up next, the Iron River Lions Club, and riding along on their float is this year's Blueberry Queen, Heidi Nelson. Heidi is a sophomore at South Shore High School in Fort Wing. And I'd like to welcome back Mark Mallory, who is with me again.
Well, thank you, Michelle. I had to run back here, and George is out right now taking a little break.
Yes.
He'll be back shortly.
He went to find some hot chocolate.
Yeah, we need it, don't we?
Yes,
I'm running out.
Dance Escape Studio is this year's 5th year participating in our parade. They teach classes in tap, ballet, lyrical, and jazz. They have competition and non-competition classes for all ages. Nikki Fina and Jennifer Anderson are the teachers. And they're just coming into view now. They're staging to do a performance for us. There's the little ones, the little classmates. They'll be out here in a few years dancing just like the big ones are about to do for us.
And the older ones are just about ready to come into the picture right now. There they are.
120 people in this unit for this year. The team has won, by the way, several awards, including High Point Awards. They've traveled to Minneapolis 3 times a year to compete, and they practice over 6 hours a week. 75 members of the Dance Escape Studio. Let's watch. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, there's plenty more of the Christmas City of the North Parade to entertain you, so please stay with us.
Dish Network is now offering the best dish deal ever. Purchase a complete digital satellite TV system starting at $149 and receive $40 off America's Top 40 programming package. That's 2 months free. And Dish Network will also give you a free self-installation kit or a professional installation for only $99. Dish Network, nothing else compares. Hurry to S&S Cable Alternative in Cloquet.
I've been in pediatrics before because I had the hives, I had calamine, I had popsicles. I got to watch videos there and it was lots of fun. Doctors help you get better. They get the medicine and take care of them. Doctors take care of us. Actually, no, I do not know where the hospital is. She was in the hospital for a long time, and it was St. Luke's, and it's a very good hospital to go to.
Coming up tonight on News 6 at 10, a story that's been a year in the making for 7 very special people.
A birthday party for 7 very special children, the McCoy Septuplets. It's an exclusive look at the private struggles and intimate moments of this incredible family.
My children. I love them.
The McCoy Septuplets, 1 year later.
See their incredible story of growth over the past year. Tonight, only on News 6 at 10.
Hey, welcome back. Riding right behind the Dance Escape people is Miss Moose Lake. Jessica Warpala was crowned July 3rd and is accompanied by her attendants Carla Olson and Becca Hedberg. Miss Moose Lake and her attendants took part in the 4th of July parade and represented Moose Lake in area parades this past summer. Jessica will also represent Moose Lake in the St. Paul Winter Carnival in January. The Moose Lake Chamber of Commerce sponsors Miss Moose Lake.
Do you see the giant moose on the windshield?
Oh, there it is, sure.
Well, all right. No, those are actually people going by. Get a look at the size of this group. They are from the Arrowhead Chapter of Credit Unions. Their theme this year, Credit Unions for Kids. You never start saving too early. The Arrowhead Chapter of Credit Unions represents over 250 credit unions in the Northland. On behalf of the Arrowhead Chapter of Credit Unions, we wish you and yours truly wonderful holiday season.
Hey, up next, Twin Ports Bible and Book would like to remind you all that Jesus is the heart of Christmas, and that's the theme of this year's floats. The staff of Twin Ports Bible and Book would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Wonderful float there.
It is a wonderful float, although I think our floats are picking up speed as some of the participants get
Here
colder.
comes a nice one.
This is indeed. It's sponsored by the Barnum Community Club. That's down at Michelle's corner of the country. Miss Barnum is Julie Burt, and she is accompanied by Joy Bailey and Jennifer Watson. I have a good friend named Jennifer Watson. The girls are seniors at Barnum High School. Julie was crowned this past June during Spring Fever Days. The trio take part in numerous parades, ours included, and also lend a hand during community functions throughout the year.
Here comes Smokey, George.
Uh-oh. And this is this next float is to remind you that it's always necessary to take precaution in preventing fires. And in the winter is when an accidental fire can be particularly dangerous, especially around the holidays with all of the electricity being used. And of course, the most obvious fire prevention tip is to have working smoke detectors in every room of your house, and you should change the batteries in these at least twice a year. When you spring forward and when you fall back are the recommended times to do so. In fact, we just were out talking about that a couple weeks back.
That's right, and we know firsthand the seriousness of fire and what it can do.
Yeah, fire is a bad thing. I mean, we were fortunate that everybody who was at News 6 at the time of our fire, it was Sunday night, it was pretty quiet, but the people who were there got out.
Yeah. Well, on to some more action here. Up next is the Carleton High School Marching Band. This year, the group is marching to Jingle Bell Jam. The 60-member band is being led by Sherry Genovic and is accompanied by the Flag Squad. They're coming up right now. I like their flags. It's a little different, isn't it?
We've had a really good representation from Carleton County, just as a general observation. Lots of folks coming up. Those are like a cross between moon boots and elf boots. Those are elf moon boots.
Let's get some of those, shall we?
We shall take it in. Up next, Western Bank. The theme of the float is your future is our future. Mi future is su future. I think that's my only Spanish. I'm not even sure that's Spanish. Anyway, Western Bank has been locally owned since 1904. This bank has a sense of community, of partnership in the growth of both area businesses and families. Western Bank has 4 branches in the Twin Ports area. We offer a variety of products, not to mention the fact they a cozy person and a very warm comforter and a Christmas tree, just for fun. Now, we have some diehards who have been here all night. And those kids right in the front row, what do they look there? Maybe 7 to 12, somewhere in there. Well, obviously the little one. But they bravely sat out there on some very cold concrete. And while they try and stay warm, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Every student strives with the desire to be the best they can be. But eventually, every student must face snow days during the winter.
Northland winters are rough, and when it comes time for school closings, turn to the official station for school closings, News 6. The News 6 Sunrise team keeps you in touch with a continuous list of the latest school closings. When you wake up, News 6 Sunrise is there with all the information you need to get your day started. On the days when you really need to stay in touch, turn to the official station for school closings.
Sponsored by these businesses.
And we're back, folks. We have, look, you know, you got to have a Northland hat. And you're halfway home if you have a decent hat. And they're the little ones who stayed warm. They've been here since the beginning. I saw them. Oh, speaking of staying warm, this is another way of doing it. This is a large crowd of people coming down Railroad Street. Represents Sterling Silver Baton Studio and One Step Up Dance Academy. The Baton Studio and Dance Academy joined forces in the spring of '97 to form the Ultimate Talent Connection. They have a studio locations in both Duluth and Superior. Sterling Silver and One Step Up are under the direction of Carolyn Nelson and Michelle Gustafson. And I have to chip this in. Our Grand High Potentate of Newsroom and Chief Babysitter, Gina Katzmark, her niece is in this group. So she wanted me to be especially sure to say hello.
Oh. Got to have nimble fingers for that, George.
Yeah, you gotta be tough. Because after a while, your fingers are gonna get cold. They don't have any gloves on.
No.
And that's just the beginning of it. We have the baton twirlers who are now sprinting up the streets, and apparently they have wagon loads of flammable liquid following them. This is quite interesting. And now the one step up, the dance folks are coming up right behind them. You see them there. Oh wait, no, I see more people armed with batons. You know, I should have gotten more information from Gina to find out which one her niece is.
You know, if you're going to wear a hat, George, I think something like that would be perfect. We could get one for Michelle, a little Santa's hat.
Little Santa
Those
hat.
are beautiful.
Oh, yeah. We used to have one of those around the station, but I'm afraid it perished in the fire. It was quite natty. We used to haul it out because, of course, the show always goes on, so we're usually there on Christmas Day. We'd haul them out for that.
Oh, now we got some...
tumblers.
Now we have some very brave people. They're over the tarmac.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
You learn the word trust.
Yes, I say, you have to trust your friends for this sort of thing. I see a crew with antlers coming up, too. Apparently, there are 150 students from the One Step Up Dance Academy coming down the street toward us. I lied, 200. Just did a quick count.
Wow.
To be young again, huh?
Yeah, well, no, because now I'm looking at this as a parent. And I'm thinking, boy, is that my kid? I'd be worried half to death. Although they're very confident, they know what they're doing, and just saying as a parent, I worry.
You know, pretty soon you're going to have to think about getting Molly into one of these classes.
I think so. She already loves to dance. She does these amazingly unique dances.
Well, that's the first step, and the second step is to get into an organization like this.
Mm-hmm.
Kids seem to really love it.
It is, and it's a great thing for them. They get to hang out with a lot of other kids, and dancing is fabulous exercise. I think we can all remember from our younger days. And, you know, a good polka now, still, it's the best exercise.
Polka?
Polka!
George!
You're from the Northland, Michelle.
Yeah.
Flash me. You're from Moose
Well, I'm
Lake.
kind of more like the butterfly. You know, get 3 people going and throw them around the room, the butterfly.
I have absolutely no idea what the butterfly
It's a great polka. I'll show it to you.
Oh, wait, it's a 3-way polka?
Yeah.
What's up with that? I got to talk to Merv. Merv Lindelof, our Iron Watcher. Well, Iron River Weather Watcher. He's the maestro of polka. He apparently polkas them under the table in Iron River frequently.
Well, we've seen him in action. He's a good dancer.
Oh, he is. He's a lady killer, too. That Merv.
Okay, you want to see some talent here? We got some tumblers coming down the
booth.
street.
I'm sorry.
We got some tumblers coming down the street.
Just as a quick program note for folks who are tuning in tonight, hoping to see Wheel of Fortune, we're going to be showing it in its entirety after the parade, so you'll want to stay around for that. And then we have Homicide Life on the Street. I think it's the conclusion to a big two-parter that they had going on, then News 6 at 10. And we want you to know that we will be showing at least portions of the report on the McCoy septuplets, so be advised that that's also going to be along.
Right now we have Miss Kettle River. Libby is a senior at Cromwell High School and plans to further her education in music at Northwest Bible College. Riding with Miss Kettle River is first runner-up Abby LaBounty. She's a sophomore at Moose Lake High School, where she's very active in sports. The flower girl is Caroline Langhorst from Kettle River. She attends school at the Langhorst home. Congratulations, ladies. Glad you could be here with us this year.
Nah, they're close. They're close enough. Let them come.
We have another crew emerging in the distance.
People at home can see the folks bundled up here.
They're doing a good job. You notice
side of
the ones
Railroad
who are
Street.
still here, they're the diehards. They're dressed for it.
Well, you know, I never get tired of marching bands. I know you guys don't either. Up next is the Floodwood School Band, a 59-piece ensemble enjoying a thriving music program fueled by a wonderful and very supportive community. The Floodwood Band would like you to invite you to celebrate the season with them at their Christmas concert. Mark this down, December 17th. The band is directed by Quint Schultz. Let's listen. Floodwood Marching Band. the band with a lot of heart and a lot of community support. It's always fun to see them.
Oh, it is. And Floodwood's a nice town. It's now time for Christmas at Glensheen. And it's a hit, or a Christmas like no other on the historic Congdon estate. The mansion has been decorated with the theme To Grandmother's House We Go. The sleigh being pulled will be on display at Glensheen through January, along with the decorations as well. And they have some sweet stuff out there.
You know, I haven't been to Glensheen yet, but I will make my way down there. It's an outstanding looking building.
Oh, the inside's faboo. I mean, you just have to go and check it out. It's a landmark. It's a nice little mansion, nice little shed. I wouldn't mind living there myself.
Okay, time for a break, but we'll be back with more, so stick around, please.
We're back.
We're back. Yes, we are.
39th annual Christmas City of the North Parade.
We've got some excitement coming down the street, don't we?
We do. They're reindeer. I know that Molly's going to be very excited.
Well, here is the Fitkers float, complete with live reindeers, George said. Their float this year is critter-friendly. The various items on the float include a tree with edible ornaments, star-shaped birdseed cakes, gingerbread cookie cutouts, carrot and pretzel icicle strings, and cereal and fruit strings for the reindeer, of course. The holiday sounds of the float are provided by KISS 92.1 Radio. Fitkers is also a proud sponsor of Operation Rudolph and reminds you that toys can be dropped off in any store or restaurant or at the Fitkers Inn. Happy holidays from Fitkers and KISS 92.1.
Another Jeff Foster truck.
That's a huge truck. Do you see what's going on here, folks? This is a live proposal.
Oh, no.
Santa Claus
is getting married.
That's right. Don't tell Mrs. Claus, who went by in the parade earlier. It's
one of Santa's elves, folks. We still have Santa coming, but I'll tell you what a romantic event to be able to propose to the one you love at the Christmas City of the North Parade.
And you'll remember it forever. They're live to the Northland.
And if you just joined us, yes, folks, she did say yes. Dana Erickson, the bride-to-be, from Steve, her future husband.
Steve, who is Santa's elf.
Yeah.
Just so all the kids are straight on things. He's one of his local helpers.
Steve is awfully creative. That's some thinking there.
I think this is the first for a KBJR Christmas City of the North Parade. A proposal.
We've never had a proposal before. I think say that without equivocation.
And I think they just have about everybody on that float, don't they?
With their animal edible ornaments. Don't forget that.
What a great idea.
One cannot forget the animal edible ornaments. Proposal great, too.
Yes. Fitkers, a very proud co-sponsor of Operation Rudolph.
They are.
Okay, more royalty coming our way. This time, it's Miss West Duluth. Erica Marlin is a 15-year-old sophomore at Denfield High School. Erica enjoys many activities, including singing the national anthem at the Dukes games. Now, with her is the West Duluth princess, Jennifer Faybeck, who's a 16-year-old junior at Denfield. Jennifer is very involved with volunteer work. Both girls plan to attend college in the future. We wish them the best.
And now it's time for more music, this time provided by the Hermantown High School Band, directed by Maestro Keith Swanson. The band boasts 170 members from grades 9 through 12. The band has been selected to represent northern Minnesota at a state music competition in February of this year. Let's take a listen.
back. The Christmas City of the North Parade will continue in a moment.
Welcome back to our parade. Here's the Duluth Figure Skating Club. This year, they're bringing us the Northlands Fantasy on Ice. The Duluth Skating Club participates in many activities throughout the year, including the Mayor's Citywide Skate. The float this year is attended 100% by volunteers.
They may perhaps be experiencing some audio difficulties on the giant vehicle. I feel their pain.
Yes.
Every so often, that type of thing happens whenever you deal with anything electronic.
And you have to factor in that it's live, too.
And that's always fun. We feel that pain, too. But they're a pretty game group.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, they're gonna go for it without the music, they say.
Move it.
I guess without the music, I guess it's more like street mime. Complicated street mime.
Well, that's an interesting angle, but
I've never actually seen a mime.
Oh, you haven't?
I'm an embarrassment at cocktail parties. I've never seen a mime.
Well, they're doing a heck of a job despite the music.
They are. And you know what? That's what being spunky is all about.
As they say, the show has to go on.
That's right.
And these are the figure skaters, right?
The Duluth Figure Skating Club.
Yeah, they're a crowd favorite. I'm not sure if people can hear that, but
good for them.
Yeah, exactly. I think somehow it's easier on the ground than on ice.
But you know they make it look so easy too.
Oh, they do. I think that's the essence of doing something that's hard is making it look easy.
Well, ho, 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 guess who's coming to town? Here comes Santa Claus. He's coming. I see him. He's going to
I see a red sleeve.
Beautiful horse.
He's riding in style.
Absolutely. Santa is riding with the Miller Hill Mall this year and will be at the mall throughout the Christmas season. Santa plans to arrive at the Miller Hill Mall this Saturday. Mark it down, 11 o'clock. Of course, you know, George and Mark, that Santa's arrival here in Duluth means that the Christmas season can now officially begin.
It's not Christmas till Santa comes to town.
He's here.
Absolutely. Hey, here come a few of my favorite folks, the Girl Scouts. They have the best cookies, of course, which is the fastest way to my heart. And everyone at the station loves to snack on them every spring in vast quantities. This Christmas, the Girl Scouts are showing their gifts of service. And these girls here representing the 4,000 Girl Scout members within the Northern Pine Girl Scout Council.
Being pulled by Halver lines.
Yeah, they are.
Another fine trucking company in town.
I tell you, those rigs, they just get neater and neater every year.
Humongous.
Okay, it's time now for some more music, but this time from a different type of band. The Salvation Army Band is here. The Salvation Army itself has been serving the Duluth area for almost 110 years. Of course, the bell ringers are a staple here during Christmas. Let's hear what the band has to play tonight. In fact, they just started their season. They kicked off today, their bell ringing season, and that will continue through Christmas Eve.
And that's as much part of the holiday feeling as almost any other part.
Sure.
And hearing those bells.
During the next 30 to 45 days, that's their big fundraising time to help support it. You bet.
And this is Miss Hoyt Lakes and the Hoyt Lakes Chamber of Commerce. Wanda Ross is the senior at Mesabi East High School. She's a class officer and is involved in many school activities. In the future, she hopes to be a pediatric nurse. And good luck to you there, Wanda. And boy, that's a sweet sled. Look at that. What a great ride. It's one of those new cats.
Oh, I bet you that goes kind of fast, huh?
Oh, I bet you it's fast. And do you see the suspension on that thing? That is a comfortable ride.
There's some of our many spectators in downtown Duluth wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
They're across the street.
And they're dressed for it, too. They having a great time. Oh,
now, here comes an interesting machine, Michelle.
Oh, I know. If you're looking for a good book, folks, this holiday season, you have plenty to choose from right here in the Northland. This float by Pfeiffer Hamilton Publishers features many of their new titles for 1999. Pfeiffer Hamilton is proud to support the arts in Duluth with their Old Turtle Giveaway program, which helps less fortunate children receive a copy of the famous book for free. The Old Turtle Peace Tour. That little bug traveled throughout the country, spreading words of peace.
Incredible. I think Frosty's rolling by there.
Yes, next up, CW Chips. This year, they're with Frosty the Snowman. Frosty's riding along to remind all Northland kids to stop at CW Chips and pick up their Santa gift bags this season. Not to forget the lunch with Santa and all of his friends, December 14th.
How about a little more music? This time it is Superior Senior High School, and they have flaming batons too. They will not be outdone. The band is boasting and roasting 80 members this year and is directed by Sandra Berglund. This band has been around, traveling to New York City, Washington, D.C., and Chicago.
Wow.
They're hitting the highlights in the United States, and look at that. Despite numb fingers, they're still catching the flaming batons. And this is, I think, it's a pretty good-sized band, too. We're just beginning to see it. And they're dressed appropriately. It's always fun. Yeah, you can see the rest of the band back there. Lots of folks.
I like their uniforms. Very sporty.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah.
And they've got the little pants on underneath, which helps.
Very smart. They are prepared for tonight's weather. They listened to you earlier, George, when you said to layer, layer, layer.
Yeah, well, sitting out here since 4:30.
Yes. Speaking from personal experience.
I can hear them in the distance. Can we hear them at home? I'll take that as a yes. Let's have a listen to the Superior Senior High Marching Band.
Very well done. Now here's the Lions Club. This year they have a papier-mâché lion decked out in his Christmas finest. For more than 80 years, the members of the Lions Club through the Northland and the world have helped those with hearing and sight needs. All of the Northland's Lions Club projects are supported by the biggest and best pancake day held each year at the deck. More than 8,000 people are served a year every May. Breakfast. My goodness. It's a lot of folks, isn't it?
It's a lot of folks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, pancakes.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, still a lot more to the parade, so stay with us.
Holiday cheer is now brewing at Vickers. Between our old blue stone walls, you'll discover unique shops, a variety of restaurants, and old-fashioned seasonal events. Children adore having their picture taken with Santa and his reindeer. In the spirit of the gift-giving, Vickers is a drop-off center for Operation Rudolph. Experience the warmth of the season. Original shops for original gifts. Historic, charming, romantic. Vickers Brewery Complex, 600 East Superior Street, with free covered parking.
We're back. Here they are. The die-hard parade fans are just getting in here just in time for the last little bit. And they seem to have survived in hearty spirits. They're all smiles. They also have coordinating outfits.
We've all survived. What a wonderful night.
Oh, it's been a fun night out here. This next float here is to remind people what can happen when you drink and drive. Sponsored by MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, this float hopes to remind Northlanders that children are the most important things in life to protect. MAD works tirelessly to educate everyone about the effects of drinking and driving and would also like to wish everyone a very safe and happy holiday season.
It's a very important float to have out.
It is.
Get the word out.
The holiday season, there's so many parties and other things. Just, if you're going to go out and have something to drink, do it sensibly and have a designated driver. It's just that simple.
That is, you're right.
And there's the Cub Foods float. I'm sure the kids will like this one. Besides a lot of grocery carts, they've got several filled with candy for the kids.
And Cub Foods is also a proud sponsor of Operation Rudolph, and they are equally proud to be in the parade this evening. The folks at Cub Foods would like to wish everyone also a happy holiday season.
I see a couple familiar faces in there.
Yeah, I do. And I see the chow distributors heading our way.
Oh, yes.
There's Captain Crunch.
Do you think they'll pass us?
No.
We'll just scream
I'm coming out of this booth after him.
Oh, there's Captain Crunches out there, too.
Yeah, Captain Crunch. And now there's some large beast headed straight for me.
Oh, my goodness.
I have no idea.
Candy.
Ooh,
Thank
candy.
you.
Hey, Thank you, large mystery creature.
And cookies.
Ooh.
Boy, this is
Oh,
fun.
thank you, Cub Foods.
Oh,
This is
man.
wonderful.
This is why they are such a popular unit in the parade. They hand out food, and this is a great thing. You know what? I see flashing lights behind us, and that is an indicator that the 39th annual Christmas City of the North Parade has come to an end. Let's just say goodbye now.
Yes, the New Six family would like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a very happy holiday season. There's the city's Christmas tree, which was lighted up on our live show at 5 o'clock tonight, kicking off the season. We saw Santa. What more could happen besides a wonderful and safe holiday season?
Right. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
We had really nice weather tonight, George. Thank you for that.
And Mark didn't even freeze.
No, I didn't. And I thank both of you for having me along.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Good night, everybody.
Glad you could be with us, Mark.
Thank you, Michelle. Good night.
Christmas City, I'll go. Up on hilltops, pick on an icicle, chew it while you slide the fun below. Down in Midtown, people are icicle. Come this Christmas to the Christmas City, I'll go. I hear bells ringing, ding dong, ding dong, ding. I hear voices singing of a winter wonderland. Come along, you'll understand. Christmas City, gotta stay happy, make a smile ball. That's the kind of throw. Christmas City, wonderful city. Come this Christmas to the Christmas City. Let's go. I hear bells ringing, ding dong, ding dong, ding. I hear voices singing of a winter wonderland. Come along, you'll understand. Christmas City, gotta stay happy.
Thanks for watching the 39th annual Christmas City of the North Parade, presented by News 6. This year's parade is brought to you in part by Minnesota Power, St. Luke's, the Miller Hill Mall, S&S Cable Alternatives, and Doherty's Hardware.
Down in Midtown, people are icicle. Come this Christmas to the Christmas City, I'll go.